Hey guys, this is Miss Michelle Fix It, and today is June 18th, 2023. I'm doing a little tester because I'm pretty good at driving and like not having stuff bounce around, but then like Baltimore kind of messes me up because the roads are just really bumpy. So if you guys fall, I'm not going to just lift you back up again, because it's going to make it where it's an unsafe driving condition, and you're not going to get you'll get some of this because of if you're charged up enough. But if you're not, then you're going to get my steering wheel so I can charge you and drive. So I'm autopiloting to Patterson's Home Depot right now. And I try to be a very cautious driver. One, because there's a speed camera in this area. And two, because I don't want you guys to fall. I don't have any children with me, so it's not as special as it normally would be. Anyways, so I bought the air thingies, or the air things last night. I had previously had them as a product that I used for radon when that was brought to my attention. I kind of deep dive on topics whenever it's worth my time or my investiture to do so, because I like to be the best at whatever I'm doing, which is why I get accused of being a know-it-all and all this other stuff, and Little Miss Perfect and all these little not nice things. And due to life situations, I've been having to do a lot of different things that are not appropriate for YouTube channel or whatever this is, social media platform, just a platform, I don't know, very choosy, or trying to be more choosy about my word usage for particular people and particular things. So this docu-series, let's call it a docu-series, because I think that would be maybe what the criteria is. But anyways, I don't know if you guys are not going to be able to hear me. So I'm gonna roll the window up. But essentially, like, I started realizing at some point, right around the time that I started doing all these recordings, which, you know, some of them you're not going to get because I'm not really sure if it's my best interest to show them. So like once things are a little bit more resolved, then you'll get those, but otherwise you won't. And that's just, you know, that's a self-preservation thing. But if it ends up being that I'm right with some of my assessments, then this will just show like how special things were or were able to get to. So the little air thingies, guys, are set up at Patterson right now, or one of them was. And one, I realized that I'm very temperature sensitive to humidity, which is probably why I overhydrate, but I didn't know about the whole dehydrate at a molecular cellular level thing that my cardiologist told me about. I didn't know a lot of stuff. Like, I know a lot of stuff, but I didn't know a lot about a lot of things that were very relevant in my life. And I've been gradually figuring them out as time has gone along. And it's just so much information. I'm trying to categorize it. It's just I can't give you guys all of me, because at the beginning and end of the day, I'm a mom first. Like, all this other stuff is incidental stuff, and it's just like how much stuff I want to take on and how much stuff I want to be intrigued and enticed by. So what I'm getting at is that one of my little air things, and I'm not making that a nickname, that's literally what they call themselves, is air things. So the mini ones do like humidity, temperature, and VOCs. And I remember seeing stuff on some paint cans about like low emitting VOCs and stuff like that. And I just minimally looked it up just so I knew what it was, but I didn't deep dive because that's one of those like barriers, those boundaries that I have. And now I'm finding out that like Patterson has a lot of VOCs. So when Patterson is all boxed up, Patterson's just not super healthy. And so I'm wondering if me being a meticulous person with, like, I literally have gas meters, smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarms. I have the fanciest of the safe stuff that I can, within reason, not like, you know, the several $100 a piece every single thing, but mid to higher grade stuff. I don't cheap it out whenever it comes to things that protect health, safety, or sanitation. So with me having all these little perimeters in place and knowing that I have hypersensitivity to mold and mildew and everything else based off of an allergy person or an allergy specialist, a doctor, and like tests and everything else. I'm allergic to feathers, dogs, dust mites, cockroaches, mold, mildew. I have a handful of allergies, and they're not minimal allergies. They're like mild to moderate and some severe. So I'm pretty good at picking up environmentally what's going to mess up my body. And when my life was getting a little special, I started to realize that the longer people stayed in the house and the house was all boxed up, the worse they were getting. And I'm kind of rational enough, and I do enough system checks and checks on my emotional well-being and my sensory input and all these things that, you know, I'm constantly checking blood pressure, blood sugar, and I've done it enough that I've learned my body well enough to know, okay, I need hydration, or I need sugar, or I need this, or I need that. Like, I'm always doing that because, like, my body, my willpower just don't match up, and so I try really hard to make my body, my willpower do match up. And anyone that knew me or has known me for an extended period of time is like, I don't know how you do everything that you do. And it's like, because I'm constantly doing system checks. I stay away from things that are really bad for me unless I realize that they're a necessity of my life. Like caffeine and nicotine, I've got a dependency. But they're legal, and I don't go off the deep end with them because, like, my body just literally can't handle an excess of either one of them. I have to find my mellow ground, and then I can amp myself up a little bit if I need to, and then otherwise I consistently bring myself down because I just don't like having dependencies, and I'm very uncomfortable with that, knowing and acknowledging that I have one. Because what happens if caffeine and nicotine just drop off the face of the earth? Like, then I'm going to be in a really bad spot. But I know I require them. And now I know one of the reasons, I think, why I require them. It's a whole process elimination thing. So, again, what I'm getting at is I am realizing that Patterson's got a big problem with VOCs. And I didn't really deep dive in it because I didn't think it was in my best interest, because I didn't think I had a problem with VOCs. And now I know I have a problem with VOCs. And the VOC people are probably like, oh, what in the world? Come on, girl. No, you don't know what's normal and abnormal until someone breaks it down for you. So I'm going to break it down for you. If you think like something is wrong with you, and you know, you're depressed, or you're this or that, or anything in excess of negative emotions, and you are not happy, because most people should just be happy. And yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm going to be the jerk and say I think that people should just be happy. Because if you can be out in the middle of nowhere without a cell phone, camping, and feel great, and it's because you have good air quality and you don't have all these toxins, or you don't have all this stress or that whatever stuff, if you just are in like your own little world and you're good, that does not mean that you are the problem. That means that something in your environment is the problem, whether it's a person, a VOC, radon, humidity problem, temperature problem. I'm very temperature sensitive, but I'm realizing that actually it's a humidity and a temperature sensitive, because I've been able to now be more comfortable in temperatures that I thought were previously outside of my realm of being able to handle it. So I'm going to start this whole quest of like trying to figure out where the Michelle things are and how the Michelle things work. Because I do know, and I have learned over the years, that one, I can't drink water that comes out of the faucet without having some type of sickness occur. I made that analogy when I was like 18, 19 years old. And I've got a whole little theory on how that really impacted my life, and I've never been able to deep dive into it. And considering it's been 17 years ago, 18 years ago, it's not going to happen. But it doesn't matter. So I'm on my way to Home Depot right now, and I don't know where my selfie stick is because I still haven't unloaded my poor Trailblazer. She's still loaded down to the brim of going to Baltimore. But all the animals in the house are telling me that were telling me that the air quality was really bad. And all the animals in the house seemed like they were dehydrated during the weird time period of my life. And all the people seem to be a lot less themselves. And I knew and I know all the people very well. But for some reason, since I was the only one spouting off at the mouth that like, hey, things are going on, I became like the cuckoo bird. Which, I mean, maybe I was just a cuckoo bird. Maybe I had a mental breakdown. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. All I know is that there were problems. And I don't think that the problems were all with me. So I'm on a quest to figure out what the environmental problems are or the medical problems are. I always am constantly and consistently taking great care of my kittens. I have alarms to make sure that that never gets messed up, which is why I get very grumpy if anyone messes with my phones and my alarms and my systems, because like that is how I know that I am doing the bare minimum and exceeding any of the expectations that are out there for the kitten world, kitten healthcare, kitten everything. I am a very list-oriented person. Asperger's, Aspie Cat stuff, whatever, autism, insert your word usage, doesn't matter to me. And maybe I'm just a nonsensical person and this is just part of the thing for myself, for Charlie or Izzy whenever they get older. It doesn't matter. But I am currently on my way to Home Depot to procure, oh, I left my list, to procure plants that improve the air quality of a house that have issues or has issues. And I get distracted for a second because one of the Home Depot people was like, hello, and I was talking to you guys, so I didn't say hello back, and now I feel rude. Because if you guys didn't know, it's not just like a joke, but the people that are hanging out in the Home Depot parking lot, they are looking for work. They're, you know, some of them are pricey, some of them are not. As the day progresses, they get cheaper and cheaper because they are motivators that are looking for work. And it's not a secret, and it is a secret all at the same time. So I respect the hustle, I respect the grind, whatever the little colloquial is, but I tried to procure some of them to help me with some projects whenever I first got out here, and I had, you know, trusted people with me, and we just needed extra hands, and they were like, I guess we got them at the wrong time of the day because it's the beginning portion of the day and they were super expensive. But regardless, I am going to Home Depot right now, even though I keep going all over the place. It's not ADHD, I can totally stay on topic. It's that I'm trying to give you guys a whole thing of stuff. And now Husband Cat's calling. But I'm going to have to call Crazy Cat Lady and or Miss Mary to get my list that's on steps because I forgot my list. But I'm going to find some plants that are safe for the kitties and puppies. And if they're not safe for the kitties and puppies, and of course the children too, children are first, then I'm going to be getting some plants to improve the air quality of Patterson and see how that improves. And then I'll let you guys know, because currently with the back door open, and I wasn't doing anything with the upstairs, but with the back door open, we're running at like, we're getting up to 1900s for the VOC stuff. Back door open, humidifiers on, variables still consistent. We're dropping down to like 700s. I'm going for the cleanest air possible in that house because that's where everything except for Husband Cat, anything that I care about that's a like a person or a pet or a living thing besides my mechanical children is at that house. And Husband Cat is on his way to that house. And that is excluding like my parents and the O that's in California. But I need to make sure that everyone in my house, since it's my responsibility to maintain my house, I need to make sure everyone is good there. Because I love that house and I love the people that go in and out of that house, and I want to make sure that they're okay. So I will get my plants and then I will let you know. And then we'll see, we'll run some tests and we'll see. And I don't have any like Stealthy Cat updates right now. I'm gonna have to get updates. So as people give me updates on different things, then I'll like update you guys and I'll add it to like their little micro series that's inside my life series. Maybe I should just call it a life series. Life with Michelle. All right, I will see you guys later. Oh, well, I'm gonna wait for the timer. I don't know what that was. What the heck? Did you just hit me? You just hit me. That was weird. It's a little bit. No, I thought something was wrong with my truck until I realized that that was you. It's okay. No, I'm fine. It just scared me. I was like, oh shit. So, see, that's a situation where it's like he bumped into my truck. I thought something was wrong with my truck. Then I realized there was a vehicle behind me. Turns out, guy hit my truck. Did he hurt my truck? No. He hit my hitch. Not a big deal. Have a good day. Bye.